What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check updates, the two new upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package and the next stimulus package, as well as what is going on today and what is going on in Washington, D.C. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. We're going to jump right in. We got a lot to cover today. Also, I want to say happy 4th of July weekend. We will be having some special guest appearances on our channel for the 4th of July weekend throughout this weekend, as well as we had one last night. Make sure to check out that video on the video basically before this from last night if you didn't see that one yet. Okay, first up, it happened again. Hackers have struck the United States again. A ransomware attack has hit a software company, and this time it is going to affect over 200 different companies because the software manager manages software for hundreds of companies, and 200 or more different companies could be affected by this hack and this ransomware attack. Yeah, it just does not seem to stop. As you can see here, a Miami-based IT software company announced Friday that a ransomware attack may have targeted one of its tools used by its clients, potentially affecting some 200 businesses. According to a notice posted by Cassia, the IT company said it was, quote, experiencing a potential attack against the VSA that has been limited to a small number of on-premise customers. Quote, we are in process of investigating the root cause of this incident with an abundance of caution, but we recommend that you immediately shut down your VSA servers until you receive further notice from us, the company added, referring to the tools used by some companies to manage the servers and desktop and network devices. Quote, it is critical that you do this immediately because one of the first things the attackers do is shut off administrative access to these servers. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, a division of the Homeland Security, said that they were, quote, taking action to understand and address the supply chain ransomware attack against these companies right now. And this is one of the biggest problems with going on right now in our country today is that we've seen this gas pipeline company hack where they paid them almost $5 million in Bitcoin. They paid the hackers, which then the FBI was actually able to get back the majority of that Bitcoin, that basic virtual money. And then the hackers struck again. JBS, the North America's largest and the United States' largest meat manufacturing production company, and that caused meat production prices to surge in the United States for weeks, as well as the gas pipeline prices that surged. Gas prices surged, and we had 12 different states that ran out of gas in some or all of the areas in the states. And now we have almost 200 more companies that could be hacked. Yeah, I really don't know how to solve this. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. The problem is this just going to continue forever? I mean, the problem is that these are private companies that are being hacked, and I think that the government is going to have a very hard time with this one. And unfortunately, this affects us as consumers because when a gas pipeline is hacked or as a meat company is hacked, the prices of meat soar and the prices of gas soar, and it affects us, the average everyday people. And, you know, if you can't get gas, if you're in one of those 12 states in the southeast part of the United States, you felt the pain there because some people literally couldn't go to work because they couldn't fill up their gas tank to go to work at all. And yeah, this is going to be a major problem. And honestly, I think this could be even worse going forward. Wait until they hack like an airline or an airport or part of the government, the Pentagon. I mean, just wait until there's like something like more serious that gets hacked. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Next up, the new Delta COVID virus variant has been found in all 50 states. This virus variant is much more deadly than any other variant in the United States.
I am concerned that people who have not gotten vaccinated have the capacity to catch the variant and spread the variant to other people who have not been vaccinated. I am not concerned there's going to be a major outbreak, in other words, that we're going to have another epidemic nationwide, but I am concerned lives will be lost.
In fact, they're actually struggling with this around the world right now. It's actually worse in a lot of parts around the world that aren't as vaccinated as much as us. In fact, top medical advisors are actually going to be ruling if they might not allow any fans at all for the Tokyo Olympics, the Summer Olympics that are expected to start in a few weeks here. And yeah, in fact, the Olympics is not actually allowing any outside visitors outside from Japan to even go to the games at all because of COVID. Now, President Biden has been talking a lot here these last day or two over more stimulus, the next American Jobs Plan, the next infrastructure package, Part 1, and the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan, Part 2. Listen in.
COVID-19 on the run. Yes, we have more work to do to get America vaccinated and everyone back to work. We're aiming for full employment, and that means keeping our pace on jobs growth, including for Black, Hispanic, and Asian workers. But this progress is testament to our commitment to grow this economy from the bottom up and the middle out. The American Rescue Plan provided resources to get shots in people's arms and checks in people's pockets. Schools were struggling to reopen, so we made vaccinating teachers a priority, getting schools the much-needed support. In March, just in the month of March, we added 364,000 education jobs to the rolls. Small businesses and restaurants are getting crushed. Now we're delivering the loans and support they need to reopen and to stay open. This morning, we've learned that jobs in some hard-hit sectors such as restaurants, hotels, amusement parks were up by 343,000 last month, over 1.5 million in the past 5 months. And more help is on the way to give families just a little bit more breathing room. Starting this month, families are going to receive one of the largest ever single-year tax cuts that middle-class families have ever received. And it's called the Child Care Tax Credit. And here's how it works. In the past, if you paid taxes and had a good income, you could deduct $2,000 per child, and that would come off the total amount of taxes you owed. You had 2 children, you owed $10,000, you take off $4,000. In the American Rescue Plan, we expanded that. Now, a parent would get $3,600 for each child under the age of 6, and $3,000 for dependents they have between the ages of 6 and 17. So instead of just being a credit against the taxes you owe, it's now a fully refundable credit, half of which will get paid out on a monthly basis. Look, what that means is this year, middle-class families with 2 young children can expect to receive a $7,200 in a rebate, in effect, a tax return, with the monthly payments of $600 a month starting this month until it's paid out. 8 out of every 10 families who use direct deposit will get their refunds. They'll be able to get a monthly payment on the 15th of every month from now to the end of the year, so they get that paid out. Help with families most need help to make ends meet. It's important. I've said for a long time, it's time to give ordinary folks, ordinary Americans, middle class and working class Americans, a tax break.
Now, Senator Bernie Sanders, who's considered President Biden's right-hand man and also the Senate Budget Chairman, the person in charge of the Senate reconciliation process, which is how they're going to pass the next stimulus package. He says on Twitter, what stimulus checks meant for the American people. Financial instability fell by 43%. Families' food shortages fell by 42%. Anxiety and depression fell by 20%. Yes, government can and should continue to address the needs of working people, not just the 1%. Now, Senator Bernie Sanders, as well as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, have been working side by side to pass or to work on the next stimulus package, which could be as high as $6 trillion for the two packages combined. The stimulus package, the American Families Plan, is actually expected to be more now than the physical infrastructure package, which leaves a lot of room in there for stimulus checks. Both Senator Bernie Sanders and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer are both in favor of monthly recurring stimulus checks to be included actually in this next stimulus package, similar to the child tax credits that President Biden was just talking about, but for everybody that qualifies for the third stimulus check or the fourth stimulus check. The bill that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Bernie Sanders are actually have signed on to, that they are in favor of, is co-sponsored by Senator Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren. That is $2,000 monthly stimulus checks that would go until the pandemic is declared over. And with the size of the package that they are pushing for, there is plenty of money in there for at least one, two, three, four stimulus checks. I think at the bare minimum, we will see at least a single stimulus check slipped into this next package, this American Families Plan, the next stimulus package. Another thing that both Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Bernie Sanders have somewhat agreed on will be in this next package. Of course, they need to get everybody to agree on this. And Senator Bernie Sanders is kind of leading the charge on a lot of these stimulus type items. And he has actually kind of convinced Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer that there needs to be more Medicare benefits included in this package, which would go on forever. In fact, here's a video that Senator Bernie Sanders just posted on this.
Expanding Medicare eligibility to people under 65 comes next. Now that's building back better.
Yeah, in addition to that, Senator Bernie Sanders is actually one of the three or four proposals to raise Social Security benefits. I actually just did a very in-depth video about that and President Biden's Social Security proposal to raise Social Security benefits that I will link you to at the end of this video. But I think that I think that we're going to see a lot of these different stimulus type items in this next package. There's about 20 different stimulus items like Medicare extra benefits, hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids, as well as lowering the Medicare eligibility age to age 60 or age 55 included in this next package. Possible Social Security raises, There's, like I said, there's about 3 or 4 different proposals that I'll link you to a video here at the end of this. I tend to update that about weekly as we get more information here. If I get new information, I kind of do breaking news stories on that as well, um, as well as the forced stimulus check and the possible monthly recurring stimulus checks that is very similar to the child tax credits, but would just be forever. The child tax credit is basically a stimulus check. I mean, they passed it from the third stimulus check package, and it just puts money in people's pockets. In fact, both the checks are called advanced refundable tax credits. A stimulus check is actually a tax credit because if you don't get it, you actually claim it on your taxes. And that's very important to about 65 million children are going to get that. And it's actually more important than a single stimulus check because it's more money. Hopefully, they will extend that in this next package for the 65 million children that are out there. The seniors have these Medicare and Social Security raises, as well as the forced stimulus check. Now, remember, if you're wondering about the forced stimulus check, the most likely scenario is we'll see the same thresholds or qualifications as the third stimulus check. So, if you got the third stimulus check, it's likely that you will receive the fourth stimulus check because the Democrats set the third stimulus check income thresholds and qualifications completely by themselves. And they passed the third stimulus check package through the reconciliation process by themselves. Not a single Republican voted for it. All the Democrats, including Joe Manchin, and all the senators voted yes on it. I think that's what we're going to see here with this next package. They're going to pass it through the reconciliation process as well. Senator Joe Manchin, I just did a video on him and I actually showed the interview. He actually said yes, he is going to vote yes on this next package. He just needs to see what's going to be in this next package and they need to negotiate on it. I actually did a really good video on that here recently as well. So I'll link you to that video here in a moment as well. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. I will keep you up to date with everything, all these different stimulus packages, Social Security raises, Medicare expansion, forced stimulus check, child tax credits, free college, 2 years of free preschool, student loan debt forgiveness. There's a lot that they're discussing in this next package. Remember that new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. This bottom video is about checks that are going out right now in July, August, and September for different stimulus check programs. This top video is about President Biden's Social Security raise, and this bottom video is about Senator Joe Manchin's recent announcement about the next stimulus package as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.